Hello Year 5 St George and welcome to your first recorded lesson of this term. Just want to say well done for last term. You did really well. So today we're going to start a new piece called Sur Le Point. So we're going to learn new notes like F sharp, and this will be in Recorded Book 2, which you will get a link for on your Google Classroom. So before we start playing Sur Le Point, we're just going to do a little bit of call and response using the notes in the piece. Okay, so first note, which is probably the least familiar note, is F sharp. So F sharp is your thumb, first, second, third, then you miss this hole, then this hole and this hole. This is an F sharp. I want you to put this on pause and just play me an F sharp. Okay, when you come back, we're going to do a little bit of call response using the F sharp. So I'm going to play a long G and a long F sharp, just like this. Can you put this on pause and try that? Okay, now I'm going to play something else. Okay, now I'm going to start on an A, then I'm going to play an F sharp, then a G. Okay, if you struggled with that a little bit, don't worry. I want you to just go over the fingers without playing. So I just want you to put your finger on A, then move it to F sharp, then move it to G. When you've done that and happy, just play it along again. Okay, now let's try this. So the difference there was that I used my tongue to separate the notes. Okay, very well done. Now we're going to try playing Sur Le Point, which is in Book 2. So I want you to put this on pause and get your music out. Make sure you're sitting or standing really nicely and have your music not facing down, but facing in front of you, okay? Okay, so well done for following that. So we're going to learn this together. We're going to recap this. So let's look at the first two bars, which are very simple. Just using two notes, which is G and A. I'm going to play the first two bars. So you notice that I played each note 3 times. 2 a bit shorter, 1 a bit longer. I want you to put this on pause and think why I did that. Okay, so the reason I did that was because the first 2 notes were crotchets, because they were coloured in and had a little stem. And the next note after that is a minim, which is not coloured in and had a stem, and I held that for 2 beats, okay? So let's just play that together. 1, 2, let's play. Okay, that's fairly simple. Let's look at the next bit, which is significantly harder, much harder. So I'm going to play it, and whichever follow with your pen. If you feel confident enough, follow with your recorder fingers, play it with me. So this is the last 2 bars of the first line. Okay, so the first four notes are B, then we move to a C, then a D. Let's play that. Can I hear you play that? Good. Then after that high D, we have to move our finger down to a G. So I'm going to play a long high D, then a long G, just so we get used to those fingers. Can I hear you play that, please? Good. Now let's put that whole bar together. Can I hear you do that, please? Great. Good. So that might be a bit difficult. If it is, don't worry about it. Just practice that, okay? So after that G, we go to the next bar, which has an F sharp. So F sharp is like a G, but then you miss this hole, then it's this hole and this hole. I want you to play me a nice long F sharp. Okay, now we're going to play a G, then an F sharp. So a long G, then long F sharp. I want you to put this on pause and practice that. Okay, now we're going to play the third bar, all the notes of the third bar, then play a long F sharp, just like this. Okay, after the F sharp, it sounds like this. So it's F sharp, then G, then A, then we have a low D. So I want you to think, why is it a low D and not a high D? Put it on pause and have a little think. Okay, the reason why it's a low D and not a high D is because it's lower in the music, okay? So let's just play that last bar of the first line. Okay, very good. So now the next line is very similar. I'm going to play the next line. Okay, so it's the exact same up until the last bar. So I'm going to play the last bar. So we have an A, then an F sharp, then a G. So let's just play each of those notes nice and long. Put this on pause and try that. Okay, very good. So now let's try playing those two lines together. 1, 2, let's play. Okay, so I want that to be your homework for this week, okay? I want you to practice those two lines. If you were a bit stuck at first, just use your paper finger whilst listening to me play it. If you really get it, do your recorder fingers. And if you're really confident, play along. Thank you so much for listening and really, really well done for this lesson. And I'll see you next week.